G'day, I'm Clive and welcome to the Renovation House. Okay, today we'll be pulling out wall plugs from where all the skirting boards were, prepping the floor and sanding some of the walls down. Oh, I'm cutting a line across the paint to peel some paint off ready to be painted at the bottom where it's already peeling, so we don't want it to spread. Neck, shoulders and head were a bit iffy yesterday, so I took the day off. Felt a bit dizzy. I didn't think it was right to be climbing up step ladders. Didn't want to fall. But let's get on with it. Pulling these wall plugs out and filling them ready to be painted again. Knees were getting sore, so went out and invested in some side tech home. I think they are just cheap sets of knee pads. As my wife says, I've got skinny bony legs. Let's see how they do. Anything that helps is a good thing. I've just been out for a short while. We've done all the high stuff and all the high stuff and the low stuff. My neck was killing me and I was starting to get dizzy because it was all cramped up, so I just went out a half an hour neck and shoulder and head massage. World of difference. Oh, they seem to be okay for a cheap set. They're about 20 Australian dollars for a pair. Well, let's get them strapped on and give them a go, shall we? Velcro at the bottom. Not too tight. Velcro at the top one. Easy to put on. Nice thick elastic. I only bought the cheap ones because it's not very often I do the groundwork like I have been doing on this job. But let's see how long they last. What I might do is make a separate video and do a initial review about these. There you go. Oh, they're not like some where you wear them and they actually cut into you up here. It's good. Okay, let's get back on with the work. These knee pads are making a bloody big difference. Should have got some sooner. Out of all of the main areas, I've just pulled the last wall plug out, apart from the storage room, but that'll be done after. So that's all the screws out, all the wall plugs out. Just a matter now carrying on. The bottom here, you see where the paint's peeling, so I'm just going to cut across and then peel all the paint off from below, and that means paint the whole wall down. It's just going to look a lot tidier. The wall in the bedroom, that's all been stripped off, all the paint. So I just got to go around now with a filler, fill all the holes. The wall in the bedroom's got some gouges in it, so I've got to fill all them, get them out. Then start cleaning and prepping all the floors. And then we want to get some of the curtain rails up. We want to get the main one at the back of the house, the bedroom, the study, and the third bedroom, or second bedroom at the back. So let's carry on. That's what the bedroom wall looks like now. Patch it in here. Have a go against more that bit off at the bottom and fill all the dings. Little tip with this stuff, it starts going dry and not very pliable. Just add a tiny little bit of water in there, just a few drops, mix it in until it's like an icing consistency, and it's good to go again. I'm in the cinema room, and all around the top of the edging here has to be raked out around at least half of the room. There's a big crack I think you may be able to see, and that's down on the render. So, handy screwdriver, just the right size, rake it all out, and then get the filler and fill it ready to sand tomorrow. Back at the Reno house. Haircut. Makes me lighter. Let's get this wall sanded, ready for painting. Good morning. Just made it to the renovation house. Very cold morning, hands are freezing. First thing, get some heat on. Every day I've attempted to make plans, put on heat, of what's going to happen. Got sidelined, had to do a few different things instead. So, plans are today is to ignore everyone else if possible. I'm going to get the floors scraped, prepped, all ready for when we put the flooring down. Just get all the floors cleaned up. We got the third curtain yesterday, that was the first one. The poles that come down be sprayed, dried, and that's all going to be put back up. But we've got the second curtain done a couple of days ago, and yesterday, just before we left, we put the third set of curtains up. So they are done. Now, the three areas that need to be scraped, let's get some lights on, excuse me, so you can see better. Where's the lights to down the other end? The lights to the passageway. So, let's go and put the lights on. Get all the lights on. Here we go. That's that one. That's that one. And that's that one. So the floor that needs to be scraped and cleaned is, yep, that needs a re-sweeping and vacuuming. Let's turn the camera around. Passageway down to the adults end of the room, let's say. That's where the master bedroom is, the theatre room. All the flooring here needs to be scraped and cleaned. The flooring in here, in the video cinema room, entertainment room, whatever you want to call it, this all has to be scraped and vacuumed. And the master bedroom, I made a start on this yesterday. Yeah, still got a lot to do. And if I don't know if you remember yesterday, that's the wall I was sanding back. That's turned out pretty nice. You still see one patch, but all in all, a lot less holes in it and pitting. And the owner's happy with that. He didn't want me to go any further. So, curtains, I'm going to get up in here today. So they're just 1, 2, 3 small ones in here. Now, they're the ones I want to get done this morning after scraping the floors, because they're the ones that are the easiest for me to do on my own. And when the owner gets here, I'll see if he wants me to put the TV holder back up on the wall, TV mount, wall mount. That's it, get there in the end, the TV wall mount. But I'm just looking forward for it to getting warm. It's actually happening now here. This heating he's got is bloody good. Yeah, we've got the laundry I want to get done today as well. He wants a curtain up here. Just giving some privacy from the neighbours. Squeeze past the trolley. And after the smaller ones, we'll move back to the back. There's 3 here, the 2 bedrooms and the study area. And it needs to put curtains up. And then once all of the curtains are done, pass here again, and we'll get back to taking the tiles off the shower to allow that to dry even more, because the original render behind that, or the original skim, needs to be taken all off. So I'm just looking around making sure all the original skin behind the tiles has turned into powder because of it getting wet. So all this stuff is just turned into powder, and that's no good. So that's got all come off. But take the tiles off, clear all that off, put a new skim on it, put a seal on it, and put the tiles back up and grout them and clean them. Sounds simple. It's going to take a lot longer because we'll have to allow it to dry out more. So hopefully, with it turning to powder, that means we're getting a load of dust down here where it's falling off. That means it's drying. So it's been close to 2 weeks. The shower hasn't been used. So, and close to 2 weeks since I took the first 2 tiles off as well. That's been allowing airflow to get in there, but I'm going to have to take the rest of the tiles off to get it actually to dry out properly. Okay, I'm going to put you guys down and grab the scraper. I'm going to take my jacket off now, warming up, grab the scraper, do some exercise scraping these floors and warm up even more. So see you shortly. Passage done, scraped, vacuumed. It's going to need another sweep at the end of the day. And the master bedroom, all the glue off. Got a couple of pieces of render from the original build to do. That's probably about 2 patches I remember, on a bit of paint sticking up. Just need to make sure it's level for the flooring to go down nice. Just giving a shower a quick vacuum. And this is what I was on about the skim on top of the render. I've got the vacuum cleaner, I just went over it like that and it sucked it all off the wall. And a lot of this is, as you can see, chalky and dry. So that's all going to have to be scraped off. We see how bad it is down below these ones. And this side, fingers crossed it's not too bad, but like I said, we've got this cracked, coming off. That's just scratched. Okay, all these coming off. But no, we're just giving it a quick vacuum in here, clean up. Let's turn the lights off in the wardrobes. Open the blinds, the windows are open a bit to let some fresh air in. So, yeah, that's the wall mount for the television. Now this is the room we've got left to do. The last room apart from the storage room, but the last room that's accessible. which is the cinema room, the theatre room, whatever you want to call it. All glue all the way around, paint. The paint's not a worry. You just need to make sure that's flat. Got patches of render down here and cement from when they built the house. Same here, some more. All this to scrape and vacuum up. Again, some of the actual render and the skim on the floor needs to be smoothed out so all the floor's nice and flat and smooth for the flooring. Yeah, so we're getting there. I think the owner's chosen some nice colours personally. And that's where his large TV's going. And where I'm standing is where he's going to have his, I think he wants a two-seater, one of those with the centre console in it, so you can have your drinks and everything. So he's going to be sitting here watching his TV there. Dark background, so it's not going to affect him. Nice, nice. Floor, get it all vacuumed. Then I'll go over, just double check. I know there's a bit of vacuum in the kitchen area, but we haven't finished ripping the cupboard fascias and kickboards out. But I need to go around after doing this, just check all the floor. There's no pieces that's going to get in the way when we're laying the flooring and slow us down. And then, like I said, in the master bedroom, get these 3 windows sorted out. Yeah, get the curtain rails put up, spade put up, and the curtains put up too. And this room's going to be finished then until we do the flooring. And the flooring's going to be done in one go. Everything else is getting done. Flooring's going to get done all the way through the whole house. Remember, it's a 520 square metre house. And by that time, after taking all the tiles off before we do the flooring, that wall would have had a chance to dry out. Hopefully enough. If not, we'll leave it another week or two and come back and just skim it. Leave it a few days until the actual skim's all gone off nice and ready to paint the sealant on it. And then when the sealant's cured, we'll put all the tiles back up. We do have some spare ones in them, so but I'll do my best to get them off in one piece. Okay, let's get on in here. Let's let some fresh air in. It's warm in here now, not like this morning, it was freezing. Looking for the microphone. I'm looking all over the floor because the scraper knocked it. And I'll show you where it landed. Lucky it's magnetic. Flew off my pocket. And then if you can see that, it landed on the handle. Let's carry on with the scraping. Just be a little bit more careful. Okay, one more bit to do, and that's wall there. That wall is connecting to the garage, so they left it as a single skin because they classed it as an internal wall. Mate, I would have said no, I want a double skin wall with a cavity, but so I'm just going to get some cement along there, levelled off. You can get some filler and fill in gaps. Get some silicone gap filler, the flexible one. Internal, don't need anything fancy, just checked up. So just fill that gap down there, just so there's no dirt coming up. Reduce the chance of any creepy crawlies coming up, and just to make it look nicer. Okay, what I'm doing now is the pole, what you call them, the brackets, the centre pillar and the end pillars. I'm just going to put them in each room just so they're ready to do instead of having them laying around on the counter. Now what I'm doing is going down to each room, getting all the appropriate poles for each window, so I know which is which. I was just going to phone the owner, say bring his curtains down for this room. I left my phone at home, so I have to wait until he gets here and see if he wants to nip and get them. But yep, let's get on. Got the 3 from in here. These 2 are roughly the same size. The one over here is a smaller one. So we just get 2 for 6 ends. There's no need for a middle pole to hold support for it. And then we'll be doing the, what do you call it again? The cinema room, the video room, the theatre room, entertaining room. always double check. The pole for that was cut too long, so I'm going to have to take that one home with me today and cut it myself and bring it back tomorrow or whenever I come next, most likely tomorrow, and that'll be the last pole put in place, and then all we've got to do is start fitting them. Like I said earlier, once we've got the curtains to fit the smaller windows, we'll have all the curtains here and just work on getting all the curtain poles up and all the curtains hung up. Okay, let's carry on doing something else now. Okay, what I'm going to do now, just so I can be one step ahead, is I'm going to put the poles through the holders, or the pillars. Right, I'm going to get the right name, and then I'm going to measure the actual length between the screw hole at the bottom, and that means when I come to do it, I can work out the halfway point. Well, what I'll do to get ahead, then I'll measure the length between the screw hole at this end and that end, and then that will divide that by 2. Well, I'll write the length down first, so I've got the length between the screw holes at the top, divide it by 2, and it'll give me my centre point, and I'll work that all out first for each window, because yesterday my brain went so let's get started. That's sitting flat. That's sitting flat. Now let's measure. Now I've locked the tape measure at the opposite end, and I'm going to move this end up level with the hole, and then I'll go back to the other end where it's fixed or where it's locked. That'll move away as I push this end, and that'll give me the length next to the hole. We've got 257. So this is the cinema room. 257. Let's just double check that. Yep, 257. So 13, 1, 2, 128. Yeah, 128, 1 millimetre, so 8. There's a centre line. No, wrong symbol. Duh. That's the one. See how. Now let's go around and do all the rest of the rooms. Yeah, this is the last one to measure up until we get the laundry one cut shorter. Bit of plastic in my mouth. Nice and flat. Nice and flat. Another bit of plastic. There. Centered. 257. 2574. Bedroom 4. 2574. Now, even though the pole was meant to be cut the right same length as bedroom number 3, bedroom number 3 was 2586 to be centred, and like I said, bedroom number 4 was 2574. That's with the pillars on it. So all I've got to do now is go home, work out the halfway point for when I come back, and what I'll be doing, I'll be spraying them. As the first one dries, I'll start fitting the fittings and doing the measurements. By the time that's done, and the first one's installed, the middle one's done, and the end one's all done ready. Now with these ones, because the room's so small, we can't thread them up through the middle one, this is going to scratch the wall. So the way we're going to do this is we're going to run the middle pillar on the pole first, then put it into one end that's still up there, screw the middle one to hold the weight. The first one will be up there screwed ready, the middle one will then be screwed with the pole, which will be holding the pole in the middle, and it'll be put in the end pillar, and then we'll screw in this end pillar, or whichever way around. If we put this one in first, we'll put that one in last, but we'll screw the last end pillar into place. But as we do that, we'll also fit the curtains, because then we don't have to unscrew anything again to fit the curtain. So as the pole goes up and we screw everything into place, the curtains will be going up at the same time. Bit of a palaver with this type of end pillar, but they're nice and they're strong. And if you're not going to be changing your curtains every week, it's not going to be a bother. Once a year you don't mind doing 4 screws, drop the curtains off, put them back in. Well, actually you're only going to need to undo 4 screws. Because as you take the end pillar off here, for example, you can take the curtains off, move the curtain rod over, take the curtains off that end, put your new curtains on, move the pole back into the end pillar, put this side on the curtains, and then put your end pillar back in place and screw it on. So it's not going to be that difficult. I've got all the measurements now. Yep, they're all done. Alright then, I'm going to head off, get a cup of coffee, and I'll see you next week. So if you've enjoyed the video and you're not already a subscriber, please go down below and click on the subscribe button, then click the notification bell next to it and select all, so you can be notified of all future videos. And if you are already a subscriber, again I thank you very much. Hit the like button, thumbs up.